Hello and welcome to this video. We were continuing the first chapter of your geography, that is resources and development. In last video we discussed up to conservation of resources, and in this video we will discuss about land resource, their utilization and their utilization pattern. Land resources. We use land resource for various kind of purposes, like we live on land, we perform our economic activities on the land, and we use it in different ways. Thus land is a natural resource of utmost importance. We use land resource for several purposes, like for fulfilling our livelihood, for practicing agriculture, for gardening, for construction, for industrialization, etc. It supports natural vegetation, wildlife, human life, economic activities, transport and communication systems. And except all these points, it also serves many purposes to humankind in particular. However, land is a finite asset. Finite means which is limited. That is called finite. So, land is a finite asset. It is important to use the available land for various purposes with careful planning. Because land is a finite resource, we have to plan its utilization very carefully. Otherwise, we will face severe problem in future. India has land under a variety of relief features, namely mountains, plateaus, plains, and islands. You already read about relief features and importance of each kind of relief in your class 6 geography. So we will not discuss it more. We will just quickly go through it. First, mountains. Mountains accounts for 30% of the total surface area of the country. Second, it ensure perennial flow of some rivers. Well, you must have idea that rivers are generally of two type depends on their flow. One is perennial river, second is seasonal river. Perennial rivers are those rivers which flow throughout the year or which has water throughout the year, whereas seasonal rivers are those rivers which contain water or which overflow in particular season and which get dried or which remain dried throughout the year other than monsoonal seasons. So, mountains are sources of some perennial rivers. Mountains also provide facilities of tourism and ecological aspect. It also contribute to ecology, ecological chain, ecological balance, and it also promote tourism. Like you must have heard about several mountain sports like hiking, mountain climbing, and many other. Next is plains. About 43% of the land areas are plains. Plains provides facilities for agriculture and industry. Plains are the most ideal form of land or most ideal form of relief because plains support agriculture, industry, construction, urbanization, construction of malls, construction of apartments, construction of houses, construction of roads, railways, better market facility. For everything plains are very much ideal compared to mountain or hilly areas or plateau areas or desert areas or any other kind of relief. Next is plateaus. About 27% of the total area of the country is plateau regions. It possesses rich reserves of minerals and fossil fuels and forest. Well, plateaus are great source of mineral resources, fossil fuels and forests. Now we will discuss about land utilization. Land resources are used for various purposes like forests. Second, Land not available for cultivation. It again of two types. One is barren and wasteland, means which is not suitable for agriculture. Second, land put to non-agricultural uses like construction purposes, construction of buildings, roads, factories, etc. Third, other uncultivated land. Other kind of lands which are not used for cultivation but are covered with vegetation like permanent pastures or grazing land. Second, land under miscellaneous tree crops groups. Third, cultivable wasteland. Cultivable wasteland means those land which are fit for cultivation but not being put into agricultural practice. Fourth is fallow land. Fallow land is of two types. One is current fallow and second is other than current fallow. Current fallow means those land which are cultivable but left uncultivated for 1 year or less than 1 year. Whereas other than current fallow land are those land which are fit for cultivation but left uncultivated for last 5 or less than 5 years but more than 1 year. Next is net zone area. Net zone area means suppose there are two person A and person B. Both have 2 acres of land and both cultivate their land for agricultural purpose. A cultivate his land twice in a year whereas B cultivate his land once in a year. So when we talk about net zone area, 2 acre of person A and 2 acre of person B. So net zone area is 4 acre in a year. Whereas person A cultivates his land twice. So 2 acre plus 2 acre is 4 acre and 2 acre of person B who do not cultivate his land twice. Net sown area plus the additional cropping area is called as gross cropped area. Means 2 acre of A and 2 acre of B is 4 acre. 4 acre is net sown area. And that net sown area which is 4 acre plus A use his land twice in a year. So the additional 2 that is 6 acre is gross cropped area. Now we will discuss about land use pattern in India. The land use pattern of any area depend upon physical factor as well as human factor or cultural factor. So physical factor and cultural factor together determine the land use pattern of that area. What are the physical factors that determine the land use pattern? Topography, climate, soil type, etc. And human factor or cultural factor like population density, technological capability, and culture and tradition of that area decide the land use pattern of that area. So topography, climate, soil type, population density, technological capability, culture and tradition together determine the land use pattern of any area. Total geographical area of India is 3.28 million square kilometer. Land use data, however, is available only for 93% of total geographical area because the land use reporting for most of the northeast states except Assam has not been done fully. We have 3.28 million square kilometer of geographical area, but we have the data of land use pattern of only 93% of area. It is so because most of the northeastern states are not surveyed properly except Assam. Other than that, moreover, some areas of Jammu and Kashmir occupied by Pakistan and China have also not been surveyed. Except northeastern states, some areas of Jammu and Kashmir which are occupied by Pakistan and China are also not being surveyed. The land under permanent pasture has also decreased, and the land under permanent pasture land means which are used for grazing purpose, permanent pasture lands are also decreasing. Most of the other than current fallow lands are either of poor quality, or the cost of cultivation of such land is very high, due to which those lands are left, or those land are not put into agricultural practice. Hence, these lands are cultivated once or twice in about 2 or 3 years, and if these are included in the net sown area, then the percentage of net sown area in India comes to about 54% of total reporting areas. Now look at this two pie diagram. Here we will compare the land use pattern of India during 1960-61 with land use pattern of India during 2014 and 15. This is forest covered area, which was 18.11% during 1960-61, which increased to 23.3%, which is good due to various afforestation program implemented by government and non-government organization, and also by few individual or community. This is barren and uncultivable wasteland, which was 18.11% in 1960-61, which is reduced to 5.5%, which is also good. We successfully reduced the barren and uncultivable wasteland. This is area under non-agricultural uses, which might be used for construction purposes like construction of parks or roads or apartments or industrialization, any other purpose other than cultivation. So this was 4.95%, which increased to 8.7%, maybe due to urbanization, industrialization, etc. This is permanent pasture and grazing land, which was 4.71%, which is reduced to 3.3%, which is not good, because again we discussed in last video that we have to think about sustainable development. We have to think about every form of life. Pasture land are essential for animals. They depend on pasture land for feeding, and human is constantly reducing the pasture land for fulfilling his greed, like for diverting the land into construction site or any other, which is not good. This is area under miscellaneous tree crop and groups, which also reduced from 1.50% to 1%. This is cultivable wasteland, which can be cultivated with developed technology or with some extra inputs, but are not used for agricultural purpose. This also reduced to 6.23% to 4.0%. This is a reduction which is good. This is fallow other than current fallow, which was 3.50% in 1960-61, which is increased to 3.6%. This is current fallow, which was 3.73% in 1960-61, which is increased to 4.9% in 2014-15. And this is net sown area, which was 46.26% during 1960-61, which is reduced to 45.5% in 2014 and 15. What we concluded from this pie chart, that land use pattern is not static, it is not constant at all, it is very dynamic. The land use pattern changes with the passage of time, with the need of people, with the change of time. So land use pattern is determined by the physical factors as well as the cultural factor, like the population density, technological availability, and the culture and tradition. So land use pattern is not permanent, it is not constant, it changes over time according to the need and demand of situation. That's all about this video. Thank you.